All right, while I was off camera, all I did was take my mill block and machine it down to these outside dimensions according to the print. All right, so my 1.25, my 0.75, I didn't have to do anything there, and my 1 inch. All right, so this is exactly those dimensions. Now I'm gonna slot out this middle right here. All right, now this is, you wanna be very careful with this. Really, as you're going down the middle of a part, there's no place for the chips to go. So we're going to take light cuts and incrementally work our way up into this slot. Is what I've done here. This is not the most accurate way. Again, we're increasing accuracy with every project that we do. Is I took some layout fluid and I scratched in where I want the slot to be. All right. So if you go into my print here, I marked off 0.2 or 200 thousandths inches on each side, and then I went ahead and marked 300,000 inches right there. Those are the lines you see on your stop block. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the vise, and we're just gonna eyeball that end mill. Now, if you look at my part in the vise here, I'm actually below or even with the surface of my vise. That's okay, because I'm only going down the middle. I'm still just machining within my vise, so that's completely acceptable. Now you want to rotate your end mill so the flutes are on each side of us, because I'm going to just eyeball this, guys. Right there. So I probably was blocking you guys, but now my end mill right here is lined up with that line that I scribed in. And I'm just going to go back and forth till I get down to the depth that I want. Then I'm going to move it over and do this side and go back and forth till I get down to that same depth. All right, here we go. The key to this, take off small chunks. I'm talking 10 thousandths at a time. Remember, when you're going down the middle for slotting, there's no place for the chips to go. So if you take a big chunk, everything's going to get bined up and you risk breaking an end mill or having your part fly out of the vise. All right, so I got it slotted out. I'm gonna go file up these edges. If you notice on this one, my corners are a little rounded off down here and over here, and that's because my end mill has a little radius on it. So I'm gonna have to actually file that square. Depending on what mill you're using, you may or may not have that. But I'm gonna go double check and measure, but that's how you do a slotting operation. Okay, so I filed this all down, and I've checked. I kind of working on these corners down here to make sure that they're kind of squared out, but I've measured it. Everything is down to dimensions. Now I'm going to get ready to start drilling my holes and then tapping those as well. So that'll be the next video.